I think the last video we did for Aerosmith was Nobody's Fault a few months ago, and that has been one of my most replayed songs, like on my own personal time. Love it. Such a good track. Just had to say that. Let's go. Hi, guys. Welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Bang, bang. I know I am. We are back with Aerosmith from their album, Aerosmith. And sadly, no, the song is not called Aerosmith. That'd be pretty awesome. This is courtesy of our patron, Michael K. As always, thank you, Michael. I appreciate your support. And the track is called Mamakin. And like I said, it's off their self-titled debut, which came out in the year 1973. Dream On was the only single released. It became an American top 10 hit when it was re-released in 1975. And the album peaked at number 21 in 1976, so a couple of years after it actually came out. So that's interesting. I think, yeah, they're obviously from Boston. The studio was in Boston as well, and yeah, apparently it was written by Steven Tyler, and it's a live staple. That's all I know. Let's go. So if you want to subscribe to help brother out, click that icon right below my face. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, do something, man. It really helps. I promise. I'll link that other Aerosmith video up there as well. All right, Mamakin, Aerosmith. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, 3, 2, 1, go. That's a good riff, bro. Joey Kramer, yeah, on drums. Okay. I think that's Joe Perry doing the backing vocals too.
But don't forget to drop me a line.
Tom Hamilton on bass. Yeah, man. Oh. Oh, okay. Nice.
fantasy. Sleeping late and smoking tea. Keep me tough and all I can. I send a tell that you're gonna be living out your fantasy. Sleeping late and smoking tea.
Oh no. Already? They were just getting started. Boom. That is a solid rock and roll track right there. I loved how prominent the bass was in that. It sounded so damn good. It was so low. It was rumbling basically. Almost like a car, you know what I'm saying? Like you could feel that shit in your bones. They were finely tuned from the first album, man. And obviously I've heard Dream On. I've done the midnight special version of it too. When it's honestly better than the studio track. That live version blew my effing mind when I freaking watched it. And I already had heard that song a million times, but I had never heard it like that, you know. But yeah, they're a totally solid rock and roll band. They had it from jump. Seriously, Joe Perry. That's some very catchy, borderline like addicting kind of riffs right there, you know what I'm saying? It's just so smooth, but it fits the music very, very well. It's got like a heavy blues vibe to it at points, and I think that really adds a lot to its value as well. The marriage of blues and rock and roll is a beautiful thing. It really is. But yeah, the bass is such a standout. Here, let me just read the whole lineup. Steven Tyler on lead vocals, piano, harmonica, electric harpsichord, and mellotron throughout the whole album. Joe Perry, guitars, backing vocals, Brad Whitford on guitars as well, Tom Hamilton on bass, and Joey Kramer on drums. And then Dave Woodford did the sax for that one little section that it popped in. That was cool. That was like the one unexpected moment of the song. I was like, oh wow, nice. That was a nice touch at that point. But that's a great, like, I always say this, that's a great driving song. Like there's just some rock and roll songs that are just meant to be driven very fast too while listening to it, you know what I mean? And this is one of them. And it seems just like, you know, like almost like the garage rock of that era, because, you know, we've covered a lot of like the late 60s garage rock, and I always think that's such a cool genre sphere of music. Like there's so many cool little bands that everyone's forgotten about. Obviously most people have not forgotten Aerosmith, and for good reason. And I think that they, you know, they're one of those bands that people almost know the personalities more than they know the music, it feels like, you know, because of, like I say, very public lives. Some of them did, you know, Steven Tyler, obviously. But I don't know. They're one of those bands that are kind of like, they've been in my, like, if I like search my mind, they've been like there my whole life. It feels like, you know, especially Dream On. Like I've heard that. It's like the one song, obviously, I've heard a million times throughout my life. But I don't know. There's just, they've always been there, you know, and they're just, when you actually sit down and listen to them, they're just what you think they are. They're just like one of the best rock and roll, like of that. Well, for what they do, they are one of the best, definitely. They might not be the most like technically proficient, you know what I'm saying, like crazy heavy or slow ballady. Like they don't really push the needle either way for those. It's like perfectly in the middle, rock and roll. Like you know what you're getting no matter what. It's, you know, bona fide rock and roll, and I love that. Yeah, Joe Perry, Brad Whitford did a great job with the guitars. But honestly, the bass was the favorite. Tom on the bass is my favorite instrument, I think, in this. And Steven has a wonderful voice, man. Like, it's just a voice meant for rock and roll. And it's like he can either do, like, the pretty sort of almost like falsetto vocals, or he can, like, really get, because I've heard him, like, really get down and just, like, he can almost yell. You know what I'm saying? Like, excellent voice, like, overall. And, yeah, that's... it's a first album kind of rock and roll song. You know what I'm saying? I know that's kind of random, but it does sound like, you know, they had it, but they're still finding and developing their sound in a way, you know? I know Dream On, like that, they hit a home run off break with that one, you know what I mean? But I definitely still think Nobody's Fault is my favorite song by them, and I already said that at the beginning. That song is fucking addicting, bro. I could just listen to it on repeat, you know, and hopefully we can return to that album and do some more from that one soon. That would be awesome. So thank you, Michael. That was an excellent pick. As always, my friend, you bring the heat. You really do. If you guys have any other picks by them you think I like, definitely leave it down below. I don't know exactly how extensive their catalog is or how much there is to do, but I would definitely be interested in hearing more. I really want to go back to that album that Nobody's Faults is on. I think it's Rocks, is that what it's called? I think it's something like that. I forgot exactly what it's called. Oh, now I have to check. Oh my goodness. But that one was so freaking good, bro. But I don't know. Like, I definitely feel like yeah, it was called Rocks. They were still trying to find themselves here in a way, but they had it though. It's hard to explain, but it still feels like there's way more of a ceiling that they had, you know. And but they still had it though. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys, and be kind and don't rewind. Please don't.